Welcome back to the reign of stats in PvP over patience. Already 2-0 and making the 2 games he played look easy. Stats really showing a lot of confidence so far in this series.
Yeah, he was just way out-controlled him in Game 2, and in Game 1, he out-harassed him. What's he gonna do in Game 3? Out-build him? Like he's gonna have the better builder or something? And then in Game 4, he just like rolls the dice and chooses one way to outplay him. He's like,
so I'll play Zerg this time, it's fine.
He's like, I'll do Phoenix versus you and out-Phoenix you, like my Phoenix control's better. No, but not to take anything away from Patience, he's just not playing up to Stats' level right now. Stats is crushing him in every sense of the word.
I said before, Patience, he defeated Sue, he defeated Classic. Those are 2 big names, one of them a PvP, but somehow just having a ton of trouble against Stats, who seems really prepared today.
Maybe there's a mental block here because Patience lost to Stats last time.
Could be. Just not playing up to his full potential, I think. We're going to jump right into Runes of Ceres now for game number 3 of Patience versus Stats. Here we are on our giant grassy map, Runes of Ceres. And down on the bottom left of this map in the red, from K2 Rollster, it is Stats.
Stats. And on the other side of the map, well, to the top left, I should say, or vertically across from him, it is Patience from Dead Pixels. Just a bit off today. I went to the dentist today. Never have a good
Feeling
day
a bit
after that.
woozy?
Yeah.
It
dentist, you got
happens.
people sticking metal in your mouth. I'm like, oh, yep. Every few
That tires
months.
you out, man. That stresses me out. It just like makes me physically less.
Well, here's
up,
the thing too.
you know?
Like, I go to the dentist full Korean, so like the entire conversation is in Korean, and I'm like at the dentist, and they like say something really fast. I'm like, what? Like,
Dentist adventures with wolves.
I'm like, I've never heard this like phrase for gargling water before. Like,
yeah. No, I know what you mean. It's just like an added level of stress. You're doing it all in your second language while there's metal in your mouth. It's like.
Like, I'm like, there's metal in my mouth. Like, when I had to get surgery last year, I was at the dentist. Like, I've got like anesthesia in my mouth, so like I can only feel half my mouth, and like my tongue feels all weird. And I'm like, they're like, "Are you okay?" Like in Korean, they're like, "괜찮으세요?" And I'm like, "Oh."
You're like a Murloc. They're like, "Whoa, what have we done?"
I'm like, "What if something terrible happens and I need them to stop, but I can't?" Like, so. Wow, she's here alone.
Yeah.
Could it be she's a big fan of one of the players?
Ooh.
She like is like, maybe I'll ask him out after this.
Could be.
A bit nervous.
You gotta wait for the fan meeting to do that.
She's like, I want to ask Patience out, but like, I don't know, his control's a bit off today. Maybe he's gonna really
kind of changing my mind today. I don't know about this.
Maybe he's gonna freak out when I ask him. I don't know. If I try to ask Stats out, he's gonna back off like a weekend stalker, and I'll never be able to catch him. Like,
he's gonna disappear into the painting, and then you're gonna have to find him. Like, where's Waldo? He doesn't really look like Waldo anymore, though.
No,
I
he really
gotta
doesn't.
hand it to him. After he just had like the Waldo glasses, so that was the main reason. So once he got rid of those, he just turned into a handsome nerd wolf.
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
This Mothership core is gonna have to recall. I was about to say he's getting a bit greedy with that one. Not much information gained there, but a nice attempt nonetheless from Stats.
Yeah.
It's going to be Stalkers for Stats. Sentry's coming out for Patience after his first initial Stalker round. And next is coming down to identical timing, and Stats is also grabbing Sentries. Actually, I want to check.
Did I miss something, or were there not 2 Adepts on the way? Did he like cancel
He must have
those?
canceled them, because I was going to say there's no way he should have less Stalkers, because they've been building at the same time. So it looks like he did cancel a wave of those, and that's also why he has more money, if you look at his gas. So looks like he just decided that was not going to be the way.
Yeah.
I don't mean that like in a sense.
Adepts are not the way.
Yeah. It's not like well, it wasn't in Sun Tzu's book, so it's not just like it's just canceled those. Boy, I'm off today, man. So Robo coming up for both players. This is going to be Patience's attempt to scout and then the recall, but he doesn't get away in time.
Correct.
He's like the other Mothership core is like, oh, I got away, and look at this. He's like, I'll kill you this one too. He's only the finishing blow by overcharging that pylon.
Yeah. The guts splattering all over the worker line. They still have to work because they are enslaved. Or probes.
The pylon gets the kill. If you click on a pylon, it actually has like a kill counter, I believe. But like, really, the mothership should actually get the kill. Or no, the pylon doesn't have it. It's like on the Nexus. It's like really buggy. There's actually a thread on Reddit about this recently. But anyway, the mothership core should really be the killer.
To confirm.
The mothership core should really be the killer. It's the one that sets off the bomb.
Yeah, it doesn't have a kill on the mothership core yet. So.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly if the mothership was the one that got the last hit either. This mothership core is just casually going to scout, by the way.
Yeah, scouts everything in recalls. So another really nice scout there from Stats, and he's going for a quick Robo Bay this time.
I'm starting to feel like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is like so early. I think it's going to be a drop.
Yeah, I think it's going to be disruptor drops here.
Yeah.
Go for the speed on the robotics bay, make those disruptors with that tech, and just drop them in there. It's really hard to deal with, even if you do have Blink, because you can pick up the disruptors from so far away, and unless you have enough to snipe down the Warp Prism in one hit, or if you get your Warp Prism really out of position, those are the only two ways that it's going to go down.
You ever think about, Colossi have a range upgrade called Thermal Lance, but what if there was a range upgrade for the disruptor?
What if they got extra speed? The upgrade was like 300 or something, but they exploded quicker and they moved faster or something?
and like it had like longer range and it moved, and like the explosion like going faster.
Yeah.
They could call it like the bowling ball upgrade, because it's like a bowling ball, but they hit a bunch of pins, it's gonna get a strike every time. Or
Pretty
call
much,
it like the kickball master or something. It's like imagining my old kickball days, throw that kickball really fast.
Yeah.
I always imagine the disruptor shot as a kickball, like an inflatable ball, and it just blows everything up. Don't know why I think that way.
Kind of does look like it a little bit. A bit more techy, a bit more interesting, but either way.
Yeah. Blizzard's like, Wolf, I don't know. Like, I designed this. It looks pretty cool. Like, it has a cool sound effect. I'm like, nah, it's a kickball.
Yeah. Well, here we go. We do have the upgrade on the speed coming in here on this Warp Prism, and one disruptor is complete. He's actually going to go all the way around and try to go for the probes here in the natural.
He's going to actually scout the Dark Shrine with this as well. Oh, late pull. Oh, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, he actually failed to move it there towards the end, so only gets 4 kills, but some kills either way.
Yeah. If he actually moved it to where all the probes are panic bunching up, that would have been like 8 kills or something. Let's see what happens when the second one goes off, because he's going to be off cooldown in a second, and there's no way to deal with that Warp Prism right now. The Observer's not going to like stare at it to death to kill it, so should be good. He scouts the Dark Shrine here, but I don't know if he actually made Observers back at home. Oh, he's like, well, I'll just kill your Stalkers instead, thank you.
That's what you can do. If you don't have enough to either burst down the Disruptor or the Warp Prism, you are going to lose stuff, unless you have the perfect splits here. So that's why this kind of build, it's very multitask heavy and very demanding of a build, but if you can make it work, it can do so much damage.
Well, these Observers are out in position. Patience, no! Oh, that's exactly what is like the best possible scenario. The overcharge is like, wait, come back. The DTs are scouted. This third base doesn't have an Observer at it, but he could just move that. Patience is like moving across the map. I think he's going to try to all in here.
He doesn't have enough units. I mean, look at this. Warp Prism comes in. There's a cannon and an Observer and everything. Stalkers, Mothership Core. It's immediately shut down.
He wasn't paying attention, He didn't even turn it around at the right time.
Look at this army. That's not big enough.
Is that an army?
Whoa.
Move command my Disruptor, and that's how dead you are, okay?
Yeah, I've got another one here. That's fine. I have more where that came from.
He's like, I'll kill my own Stalker with a Disruptor and still beat your push. We just saw that happen.
That's essentially what he's saying.
I'm pretty sure the Disruptor for Stats is still in that Warp Prism, right? Yep, there it is.
Yeah, here we go again. Gonna try to burst it down. A blink comes in, almost gets it.
That was much closer there, but he still killed a Stalker or two and got away. DT has to run away here now too. The third base for Patience is up and mining, a little bit better than Stats is right now. But Stats just has the way better tech and a much larger army. And he's going to start being a little bit more aggressive soon.
Specifically the much larger army. Now that he has his own blink, can definitely begin to put on the pressure. I like that Patience is making a bunch of Immortals here. He's got 2 out so far. Definitely going to help against the 16, now 19 Blink Stalkers, 20 even. Oh boy, here we go again.
5 more. Line them up, knock them down. This is one of the powerful builds you can do versus a non-Stargate opener, because what are they going to do? There's so much dead airspace on this map as well. He's like, now it's just part of the army.
drop it in. I can use it to warp in. I'll pick him up. I've got Blink, but I can pick him up too. You know, whatever. I can do whatever I want. Some more Forces come here, and they lock down 2 of these Immortals. Stats is playing like a god.
And now he just like targets the Immortal with the Disruptor. He's like, wow, it still didn't die. It's still alive. Okay, big Blink forward here. Actually try to target these down. And you know, the Army of Patience in this location is strong until the warp in. Just like last game, Stats is like, oh, you thought you had the bigger army, but I have way more money than you. Let me just flash it in your face. Warp in the middle of the fight, twice the army that you have in one warp in.
Yeah.
That's it, GG.
There it is,
Stats, man, he's wrecking it.
He is unbelievably good today. I don't think I've ever seen Stats play this well.
He wants a finals, man. He's never had that before. And again, I always clarify this, the WECG does not count. He's never had a finals
You always have
before.
to take that away from him, Wolf.
I do. That wasn't a real tournament. It was a qualifier for a tournament that never happened. And you, me and Moonlight, we casted it, but it just never happened still. And it was not a Star League, that's for sure. Stats also looks like so disinterested. He's like looking at the score screen. He's like, how much did I lose in that game? He's like, that wasn't even as good of a game as I thought it should be.
You talk about how that kind of build, the Disruptor play on that map is really strong, but even on maps that it's strong on, a lot of Protoss just don't do it. It's a really flashy build that you don't see a lot, and I think Stats was like, oh, I could just do this and get away with it, you know?
Yeah, X Star